Hey guys, I'm back again with a new video. Today I'm going to take you to a short trip to the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone National Park. There are multiple ways you can reach the Teton and the Yellowstone National Park area. One way is to fly into Salt Lake City, another way is to fly into the Jackson Hole Airport. If you fly into Jackson Hole Airport, your drive time will be very less. Another option you have is to fly into Bozeman and then drive down south from the northern side. So in that case, you will be reaching Yellowstone first. A third option is to fly into Billings Airport and take the Beartooth Pass Highway if the climate is good. If there is no snow warning or anything like that in the Beartooth Pass Highway, and if you can drive that highway, it's one of the best highway to drive. The elevations are so high, it's close to 12,000 or something, and you can see a lot of live glaciers and frozen lakes. Depending on the time of the year you're trying to take that, but make sure that you have a good vehicle. I have done that using a normal sedan car, but the weather was pretty nice at that time. But if it's snowing, the highway might be closed sometimes, and sometimes they might still allow you, but you will have to drive using a 4x4. In fact, Tetons itself is a trip. You don't even have to do the Yellowstone if you have less number of days. You have a lot of activities around the Teton range. You have the Jenny Lake where you can go for short hikes. You can take a boat ride, and even after you take a boat ride, there are short hikes that you can take, even overnight hikes. If you are a trained hiker, if your experience level is above medium, there are good hikes in the Teton area, a lot of them. You can look up those good trails using the All Trails app that's available in App Store. No trip to Yellowstone is complete without visiting the Yellowstone waterfalls, and there are different vantage points for seeing the same waterfall, and they have two waterfalls. One is the upper waterfall and the lower waterfall, and even for both of these there are different vantage points. So depending on your experience level and your physical ability to climb down and up the different stairs and elevations, you can choose to do one or many of these short hikes, and some of them doesn't even need a hike. You can just park your car and you can see the waterfall from a grand distance, and these are good photogenic or photo opportunity spots. So make sure you have a good camera and then you take good amount of photos. Another must-do item on a visit to Yellowstone is, of course, visiting the different geyser basins that's all throughout the Yellowstone National Park. I believe on a normal 2-day trip, you should be able to cover almost all the geysers, as well as all these volcanic activities that's available for you to witness in Yellowstone. It's really amazing. If you're visiting it for the first time, you won't believe something like this exists, and all these geysers are unique. Every one of them has a unique timing on when they spew the water out, as well as the different levels of thermal activity that's present throughout the park. So must visit if you're visiting Yellowstone. Try to visit all the major ones. You can see that in the national park guide, so you can kind of select which one you want to do and which one you should absolutely do. I'll definitely recommend everyone to visit the Prismatic Spring for sure, the Upper Geyser Basin, and the geysers around Old Faithful. Don't wanna be, ooh, one more important part of the Yellowstone trip is with seeing wildlife, right? And depending on the time of the year, the season, as well as the time of the day that you traverse to a certain part of the park, you might be lucky to see wildlife, and no wildlife seeing or viewing is guaranteed. You might end up seeing bear, you might end up seeing wolf, fox, and different kinds of wildlife depending on the time of the year. But for sure, you are guaranteed to see some wildlife if you visit Lama Valley as well as Hidden Valley. So I'll recommend everyone to visit both Lama Valley and Hidden Valley either during the dawn or the dusk. So we saw a lot of wildlife when we went early morning to Hidden Valley. And sometimes, the visibility might be too low because of the mist and fog. It might take a while for that to clear out before you start seeing anything. But again, I had better luck seeing better wildlife in Lamar Valley than in Hidden Valley. So Lamar Valley is definitely a must go. And if you kind of take the route around the watchtower, if you are lucky, you might see bear, the grizzly bear. So wildlife is definitely must do. Try to see or spot wildlife. We have to be patient enough to watch them, right? You have to set up your scopes or binoculars and wait and don't make too much noise. That's the only way you can watch wildlife. Like I said before, there are a lot of opportunities for everyone with every level of hobby to do in Yellowstone. One of the major activities is definitely hiking, and there are a lot of trails available. You can get to know about the trails from the national park application, all the all trails application that's available in App Store. There is a lot of opportunities for photographers. There are a lot of opportunities for wildlife viewers. Also, there are a lot of opportunities who is interested just in looking at the flora and fauna. This is another world, that's protected, and we should be glad that this is being protected for future generations to cherish. The kind of wildlife as well as flora and fauna that I saw here is unique, and you cannot see patterns like this or topography like this anywhere else. Yellowstone is unique in itself with the combination of the thermal activity that's happening, the well diverse flora and fauna available, as well as the diversity of animals that are available within the park. So it's great. Everyone should visit Yellowstone at least once in their lifetime. Hope you guys enjoyed this short description of the trip to Yellowstone and Grand Teton. And I'll be back sometime later with a new video and a new destination. Thank you.